Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 7 Minutes with Stephanie. Talk About It Tuesday, where we talk about everything under the sun. And on tonight, we're going to be talking about men's perspective as it relates to should they approach a successful woman. And I took it to the streets to see what the street committee had to say over at Cutology Barber Salon right here in Albany, Georgia. Check it out.
Approach her?
I wouldn't approach her.
You wouldn't? Why?
Because the reason why, because most women that are successful, they want to find a man that's on that same level, not understanding that when you meet somebody, you look at them for where they stand. Now, if you meet somebody and they're not trying to do anything for themselves, understandable. But if you meet somebody that got drive and motivation, that could be your blessing. But most women, because realistically, the average man will probably date a woman that work at Burger King. Women don't do that. Women look at the physical of a man. So that's why it's much more difficult for a woman to find a good man. Now, that's my opinion. I've dated everybody from a high school principal to a lawyer. I would rather date a girl work at Wendy's.
What?
So that's my opinion.
So do you feel like the woman that works at Wendy's is more humble than a successful woman?
Not necessarily that. Like, you want to meet somebody who does not make a brand off of what they do. Like, they can still be the same person either or. Most women, once they become successful, they start looking at you like you sideways. So that's why I always encourage men, always have your own. Go get your credit established, pay bills, have your own place, have something to bring to the table. So when you do meet that woman, when she throw up in your face, you shout, I'm here too. It is what it is.
Okay, I just heard what Anthony have to say, and I have nothing but mad respect for that. However, I have to disagree because I'm a successful woman, and the way that my mother raised me is you don't judge anybody because you can't judge a book by its cover, and a woman and a man can help uplift the other one, and so we should not compete, but we should complement. And I think if both parties can work to that resolve, then we shouldn't have any conflict in the relationship about who is more successful, because it should be a team effort. That's what I think.
Find me somebody who ain't stuck up and snooty, and I cook her a meal, rub her feet, and make sure she's taken care of.
Well, I don't think I'm stuck up and snooty, and you know what I'm saying, but to each his own. I love his opinion. Let me see if I can find somebody else.
All right, Carlos, man, you cutting that hair right now, boy. Y'all on me in Cutology.
That's what we are. I wouldn't want anybody like that that's not successful. Well, let me say it like this. You have two types of women. You got a woman that's successful, you got a woman that's, three. A woman that's successful, a woman that's not successful because of her own doing, and a woman that's not successful but on her way to success.
Ooh,
So either one, you can work with either one, but I'm not intimidated over a successful woman. I think that's more to fit on the table.
Ooh, I like that. That's more to fit on the table.
Yeah.
Because what you bring to the table and what she brings to the table, it can match.
Yeah, see, I don't know if she, like, my wife is a nurse, so she brings her own level of success. So honestly, that eliminates a lot of pressure on me. Although I'm a man, so I take care of everything.
Yeah.
But I know that if I need it,
That backbone, that leverage.
yeah, she good.
That leverage.
Yeah, she good. So I love it. I'm not intimidated at all. I think I prefer it, honestly.
Okay, go back and say that, because what I was doing is, y'all, I was sharing with Carlos how, I was once told by my dad and a friend of mine that I could be intimidating to a man because at one time I was working on my master's, driving a Mercedes, and a man would wonder, what could he do for me? And these are Carlos' thoughts.
Yeah, and I get that because that could be very intimidating to a particular man. But if that man has confidence in who he is, then he understands that's really more of an asset to him than more than a liability. Her success, if it's interpreted the right way, can be the driving force of you to that next level. But I see that part about being intimidated. I think what has to happen is what makes the modern day woman more intimidated and successful is that when she gets successful and feels like she doesn't need, then that's when the issue comes in. But as long as she can be successful but feel like it's not, I hate to use the word don't need, but she wasn't, the truth of the matter is the woman was not created to be by herself. She was wasn't created to be strong. She was created to be a weaker vessel and to be the help me of a man. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you understand the role of the man, the role of the woman's greatest need, you know, men, we got it mixed up. Men think the woman's greatest need is love. It's not. It's security.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So she loves herself and security. And women think that the man's greatest need is sex. It's not. It's respect. So you know, once everybody understand their role and understand that the woman's created for the man, the man had a lack in his life. Then we all bring that together and we're all be successful.
Ooh, that was good. Oh man.
All right, some years ago, I was talking to God and I asked God, why do I really want to be married? And you just said the key thing of what women want. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm practicing abstinence.
Yeah.
And even at that time, I was still practicing abstinence. You know what I'm saying? I had a hiccup, before, but, I'm on the straight path. But anyway, and I thought he... All right, so what do you think I said? Make sure that you join me right here, same time, same place on next week for part 2 as I roll that beautiful bean footage and finish my conversation with Carlos, and I interviewed 2 more awesome guys who had valuable things to say, M. Sapo Corley Sr. and Sean Moses. This message has been brought to you by... And until next week, check us out on the web, anointedcreativedesigns.com. Good night. Mwah. I love you.